on those WhatsApp messages. Do you know what I mean? You were having a laugh with each other. It was banter, right?
Yeah.
That's how I saw it. So if you're so upset about what...
Happy bank holiday.
If you're so upset about Zach bullying Lucy, why have banter with this man at all?
I just said he looked fresh today. That's all I said. So who was it in Dave's live that started speaking about who? So Zach again is making false information saying that I asked to see pictures of him. I've never in my life asked to see a picture of Zach the Brat, telling people that I've seen pictures of him. I've never seen a picture, and he said it's been out within messages that I asked to see a picture of him. I've never asked to see a picture of him, and I've never seen a picture of him without his clothes on. Okay, hi Pearl.
Hi, I've just come up to clear something up if I can, because everybody's saying I tried to go between a friendship.
You didn't.
Listen, let me explain with Frankie and Alex. So, how it started off was Alex messaged Frankie and said my comments were digging him out. So then, Alex must have wanted Frankie then to go at me. So I phoned Frankie and said, definitely not Frankie. I said, and I told the comments, if they've got a problem with you, because they were asking about which, when Frankie said something about the messages or whatever's going to come to TikTok, I said, if they've got a problem with Frankie, go and speak to him. But Alex, only when Frankie said he was going to ring me about it, that's when Alex turned around and said, well, to be fair, she did say, if you want to talk about Frankie, go and say it to his face. Why did he feel the need to message Frankie about my live? So he started it, not me.
So that's what I'm coming for. You could turn round and say that he tried to come between you and Frankie, if you want to be...
exactly.
Yeah, but you'll get the blame, pal. You always do.
Well, no, Frankie can verify all of this. It was Frankie that messaged me because Alex had messaged Frankie. So it was Alex that started all of this, not me. Just putting that out there. And while Pippi's singing about me, about don't let your granny on the internet, he's older than me. So where's he coming from?
That's true.
Yeah. Where's he coming from? Well, I don't mind about being called a granny. I'm a very glamorous granny. And as far as I'm sitting there and going on about my neck, listen, it's my neck and I don't have to dress up, Chippy, to look anything special. Get me meaning, Babby?
Yeah.
You're on
one more question.
You're on a wind-up today, Delusive. I know what you're doing.
No, I swear I'm not.
You are? Ask me a question then.
Yeah, and it's an important one because a lot of people are asking it.
Go on then. Go on.
So, people are saying, so why didn't you have the energy when AP was going at me for years when you sat with being his friends, everybody, all of you?
Right.
Why have this energy now? Because now...
Angel, just pause that there, please. I agree with that. Sorry, but I have to agree. Angie was cam-tooed. I know people are saying, Angie, shut up or whatever, but I see her side. Angie was cam-tooed. She didn't like it. Asked for it to stop. Now, cam-tooing still happening. Other people are cam-tooing other people. And they're still doing it. And then when they go, oh, you don't come to me, and I'm going to take your account down, you're doing it to other people. So if you don't like being cam-tooed, don't come to other people.
If we're going to be brutally honest, people laughed and joined in with Alex when he did it to Angie, and now they don't like it doing it to being done to themselves, and it's wrong.
Yeah, just don't. If you don't want to be come to, don't come to. Simple as that. Because as soon as you come to someone else, you've got no leg to stand on. No leg to stand on whatsoever. I can remember when, before Cam2 started, people had content back then. Now it's just Cam2ing. And then digs at each other. It's back and forth. Vicious circle, day in, day out. But it makes that. So unless that stops, the Cam2ing won't stop. and the back and forths won't stop. Sorry, Angel.
One second, that's been bullied for 1 week. That's just what a lot of people are saying.
I'm going to answer you there, Angie. Angie, when did I ever condone your address being doxed?
I'm not talking about.
I always stood and I always said to Corey and Alex, you are fucking out of order for doxing that lady. I've always said it. Angie, you have a back and forth with a lot of people. I've come for you, you've come for me. Okay? But show me one screen recording with me supporting Alex Cam2 you every day.
I'm not really talking about you, Luke. You know,
I can't answer on behalf of other people. If you've got that, go and ask Miss Red, ask Pearl. You're asking,
Yeah.
you've just said, Luke, I'm not really asking you, but you've asked me the question. I'm replying.
You say I'm not innocent, but I didn't go as far as him. Oh, cock of shit. Oh, sorry, cockapoo. Sorry, I'm so used to calling him cock of shit. I call Ricochet Ricochet. Sorry.
Don't you dare speak about cockapoo like that. How dare you?
Sorry, cockapoo. Sorry. Yeah, there wasn't really much of there was a bit of a back and forth, but he would always go too far, you know, as he's doing now, you know, with Miss Red and EQ. You know what I mean? And a lot of people saw that, but they stood by him because they were his friends. Now that you're not his friends and he's going for your stuff, you have an issue with it.
I've only gone live because of Chippy mentioned me.
I'm not talking about you, Luke.
I've not been.
It's where.
Angel's uncle's probably
Been
there.
his friend for 2 years. He'll tell you that himself. So when you had your absolute crash out, your big crash out, was it 2 years ago, over what was going on with you and Alex? Mm-hmm. Alex and I spoke at that time and said, I think it's all gone too far. We need to stop. So that and Alex, if he wants to be truthful about it, he will verify that. He seems to want to verify lots of other things. So that's okay.
You're a bit muffled, cockapoo.
Yeah, I know. I've got a hangover from hell.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all I jumped up to say.
She's come up on the wind up. That's why she's here. That first box. She's here because you are starting shit. You're starting shit. I know what you're doing.
No, I wanted to ask a question. You've always said, come up calmly. I am calm. I am not shouting. I wanted to ask you a question as why there was no outrage at that time. And I'll tell you what I feel, that everyone was friends with AB at the time. They knew what he was doing, but they stood by him because they were friends. Now what's happening to your friend Miss Red, which has only been a week.
I'm not saying anything about what's going on with Miss Red.
That's how a lot of people feel. That's what all I'm saying.
Because I'm not
DA
being
is right. DA is right.
No, she's not. Because she's not right at all. Because I'm friends. I'm close friends with fucking Miss Red. I'm not close.
Angel, just pause it there, please. Cockapoo's right. Cockapoo's right. Delusive is right. Sorry, but she is. I know a lot of people won't like that, but she is right. Get them told, chomp. She is right. She is right on that occasion. Joey, leave Chomp alone. Sorry, Angel.
What are you asking me a question for then?
Well, we're talking about everybody else, like Miss Red and you know what I mean?
Okay, well, is she live at the moment? Do you want to go and ask her? Or are you directing it at Pearl?
Yeah, I don't know. You're friends with them as well, though, to be honest.
Here's the question. You and Alex went at it, right?
I know.
Forwards, and it went. Whereas, give me any example of where Miss Red has gone at Alex.
But the thing is, it wasn't much back and forth. He called me. I called him a couch race, and he did 12-hour lives every day.
I'm sure you called him a pred as well, Delusive.
No, that was recently.
That's one thing I
Okay.
can't, since I've been on, yeah, even when I was doing screen recording, not once have I seen Red go for Alex. I think their friendship was like that at one point. It was like that. In fact, I don't really want to speak on Red today because she's got a lot going on. But I never seen her go for him. They had a fallout. And they went their separate ways. But I didn't see her go for him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been cancelled.
And that's why, Angie, that's why people took it the way it was, because it was backwards and forwards with you.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't back and forth. It wasn't.
Listen,
you know what? Do you know what? I actually
in the situation.
I actually spoke to a solicitor and a police officer, and I sent all these videos over, and they said it's stalking. They put under stalking. So there was no back and forth. I can tell
well,
you.
in my opinion, it was a backwards and forwards, and that's why, like, nothing was said, because you give as good as you got.
No, I was defending myself. There was no back and forth.
Angie, Pearl's you're allowed to
Angel.
you've got a powerful.
Sorry. Someone made a comment saying a certain person goes for women all the time. The majority of this app is women. The majority of this app is women. You normally get women supporting men on here. So when they're clapping back at someone, it's say 90% of the time it's going to be a woman. I'm a great believer, if you're a woman, then expect the same energy that you give a man. If I was to drag a man from kingdom to come and then he comes back at me, then that's on me. That's on me. You get the same energy back. We all fought for equal rights, didn't we? Should be the same on here as well. So when you've got people saying Luke goes for women, Alex goes for women, and this man goes for women, majority of the app are women supporting men. And I'm sure as a woman, if you're giving it that much energy in the comments, you can fire a live up and give it that much energy in a live and have your own voice. Sorry, Angel.
Angie's Pearl's got her opinion. She's got about it. Pearl's that's an opinion. It doesn't mean it's facts. Just like what you're saying, you believe
But
that.
the same by this man saying he's going to put me on the dark web again, and and he's going to use it.
Angie, you and Miss Red have had a backwards and forwards for 3 years. 3 years. You've said shit about her. She said shit about you. It's like that. Hang on a minute. If you want to go down that route, and I'm going to bring his name up into it. If you want to go down that route of backing people, how come when me and Zach were going to back and forward, why did you back Zach?
Because I thought Zach was in the right.
So Miss Red thought Alex was in the right. What's wrong with that?
When you were saying things
Just
like...
pause it there, please, Angel. Sorry. Some people can't go live and protect their identity like you did at first. You can use a voice changer. You can use a filter. This day and age, there's no excuse. I just choose to put my face on you. If I had something to say, I'd say it. I know some people haven't got the confidence to do it, but you can use a filter. Gingerbread. And you can use a voice changer. Sorry, Angel.
My address.
I've had plenty of shit said about me. Oh, not this fucking one. What does the poison pickle one?
I want to agree with Delusive with Alex.
Fuck's sake.
No, it's not, Luke. It's not. What he does is he pokes and pokes and pokes, and then when you respond, he hooks onto what you've said back and makes it about what you've said back, but it's always in defence, so I will agree with Delusive on that one.
And that's your right, and that's your opinion to agree with Delusive, same as it's mine and Pearl's to think it was a backwards and forwards. We don't have to agree on everything.
But he targets her, and then she responds, and then it's all about what she
targets people. She
Exactly,
targets people.
so that's why we said it's a back and forth.
Angel, just pause it there, please. Someone said EQ is stirring the pot. You know what? I don't think she is, to be honest. I don't think she is. I think she's hurt. I think she feels lied to. And there's a few that feel that way. She's hurt, frustrated. She feels lied to. And I think there's a lot of people that feel that way, including myself. And after what EQ did to me the other day, I've got no reason to back her whatsoever. No reason. But I see where it's coming from. Sorry, Angel.
But what I'm trying to say is he takes it too far. Where we have a back and forth. I've never once doxed his address in 5 years I've been on here. He's doxed my address multiple times.
Which is wrong.
Yeah, he said he's putting me on the dark web. He's put me on Jimmy Savile. I've not done any of these. So
Which I'll hold my hand up. I'll hold my hand up.
No,
I put your address up and I did make a Jim who
Can I
fixed
just
that.
say,
But
it's
you
like I
called
can have a
me.
back and forth of EQ, right? We have a back and forth, but his back and forth is taking it off the app in some ways. Do you know what I mean? Where he's putting up pictures of you of these.
Did you see Elusive's live yesterday when she showed all the evidence of him putting her on the dark web and people driving to her house and video and saying we're going to come back and stuff like that? She's got it
Angel,
all.
just pause it there, please.
Yeah.
Sorry. She said she was come to in you today to know you, Blaster. He accused us to. I don't care who come to us. Don't care who come to us. Sorry, Angel.
I haven't.
What I'm saying is, I agree. Listen, a back and forth is a back and forth on the app. But when you take it too far, this is what he does.
Well, but I'm still saying that's why I think nobody called it out, because you give back as good as you got, Angie.
No, I was defending myself, Paul. I called him a clout chaser. He was doing 12-hour lives, for God's sake. You know what I mean?
He makes it look like it's a backwards and forwards. He does. He's very manipulative.
And that's why nobody picked up on what was going on. But like I'm just saying now, with the Frankie situation, I'm just saying I did not start that. Alex messaged Frankie basically to go at me. Frankie, I phoned Frankie, and that's how I found out Alex had messaged him about the comments. So, but for people to say I couldn't between a friendship, definitely not. Alex started that, not me, because I wouldn't have knew anything about it. Anyways, I'm going to jump down. I just thought I'd come up and clear that up.
Yeah, I'm jumping
Right.
down. Thanks, certainly.
Bye.
Bye, Lou.
Bye.
I'm going, bye.
Bye.
It wasn't me, I didn't do it.
And before you say anything, Beth, about with your bumblebee in your name about everyone attacking Alex, I haven't attacked Alex. You want to blame someone, you go blame Chippy for bringing my fucking name up. And I don't know who muted Alex. Why was Alex muted out of my life? I don't know who. Did I tell anybody to mute Alex? I don't believe I told anybody to mute Alex. So who muted Alex? Yes, he did. Yes, he did call. Yes, he did. Yes, he did ring. We messaged, yes, he did. And that's been confirmed to me. Yes, he did. Yes, he fucking did. And why are people muting her? Who muted Alex in my life? I want to know who muted Alex Brigham. Because I never told anybody to mute Alex. Like I said, Alex, there's no point messaging me on WhatsApp, yeah? If you want to go and fucking speak to someone who started all this mentioning my name to do with you and Pearl, go and speak to Chippy. Fuck all to do with me. So if you...
Angel, just pause it there. Now, this is my biggest thing. I don't know if Luke's watching. Why would you be in contact with someone that's hurting your best friend? I don't get it. I don't get it. I couldn't. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. If my best friend is broken, and that person that's broken that person is on the app, then the last thing I'd be doing is contacting them. And when I came back yesterday, I seen this and I thought, what the fuck? Because that's not what I've been told. It's not what I've been told. Okay, Angel?
Me blaming me. I didn't mute you in here, and I want to find out who actually muted you, because I didn't mute you. You're not mod. Cockbreeze, I want to know who muted Alex, because I never told anyone to mute you, and I didn't mute you. If you want anyone to blame, I didn't mention you yesterday, Alex. I didn't mention you at all. Didn't mention you one bit. Chippy brought me into it this morning with yours and Pearl's argument. That's why this has happened. There you go. Listen to that, Alex. Fuck all to do with me. So, piss off. You can all blame me all you want. I didn't need to be mentioned in fucking Just Nana's argument, in fucking... I can have anybody I want in the box. I can have any cunt I want in my box if they want to come in. And Delusive got in to talk about Zach and Lucy. So don't be throwing tantrums at me. You can all piss off because I'll block you all.
Hello, mate.
What
Can
do
you just
fucking
pause it
want?
there, please, Angel? I agree. You can have anyone in your boxes, but when I opened my boxes to certain people the other day, I was called the worst. That's why I'll always open my boxes to everybody now. You know why? Because none of yous give a fuck. The only fuck yous give is about that. Is about that. Unless I've got a personal problem. Sorry.
I want to point
Unless
something out, Pastor.
Yeah.
It's just so I don't forget. Do you know the person you had in your box and that Alex had in the box and Chester had in the box and it all kicked off? He had him in
But
his
you
box
let-
yesterday.
But you let Zach in, who said the worst on you. We were having a back and forth, Cookie Monster. Do you not know what adults are? We were having a back and forth. I said a lot about Zach. I ripped him a new one. He ripped me a
And
new
Luke-
one.
Luke had Zach in yesterday, so now what?
It wasn't that deep to me. Wasn't that deep. There's people on here that I'll never ever allow in my box. So I'm allowed a back and forth. No one else is. Difference is that person hasn't hurt my friend. Hasn't hurt my friend. And broken my friend. If you're coming for my friend, then gloves are off. I don't forgive and I don't forget. That's a difference. Exactly. There's a difference between a back and forth and an unhealthy back and forth and a back and forth where you are just monetizing from it, and that's what you are doing. I have my eyes wide open. Wide fucking open. Sorry, Angel.
That's the end of that clip anyway.
So, Luke had a back and forth with AB, but in messages, what's the difference? Because when you're telling people you've blocked a person and then you find out that they've lied, that's the difference. That's the difference. If you just want to remain friends, remain friends, but don't lie to your audience, because that's what you're fucking doing. Luke, who lied? Yous have all lied. Yous have all lied. Lied to keep the drama going. Lied for the content. I don't know why you're putting okay in the chat, Luke. It's like the other morning, we won't speak on a certain person. So speaking on that person because you didn't want to address something. Address something that you told me you were going to address, but you didn't. And then I come back and I say all of this. By the sounds of it, Alex also told... If yous have all been lied to, then yous have all been lied to. All been lied to. So from now on, unless you trust that person, you speak to that person, well, even then, and you know that person stands on business and they've got morals and they say that person's blocked and I'll never ever unblock that person again, don't believe them. Don't believe them. I think the only one, I wouldn't say the only one, I would say there's one or two that once they remain blocked, they remain blocked. Miss Red's probably one of them. Red's probably one of them, where if you've hurt her, that's it, she's done. She'll give you so many chances, then she's done. But the majority on here, it's just for money. Thank you, Pearl. It's just for money. And that's a sad thing about it, because I've watched Miss Red be broken. I've watched a lot of people on here be broken and then complain about their mental health, and then you find they're all speaking. Hi, Pearl.
Hi, Bobby. I've just been listening there and I heard you say that we all do it behind the scenes about ringing each other and contacting behind the scenes. That I'm just going to address it. I promise you, and I don't know if Alex is still in this chat, everybody on the thing I'll speak to, you on the phone, EQ, Donna, Luke. I do never have since last October, since all the Top Girl thing, ever speak to Alex or to Corey. Who I speak to, everybody knows. So please, I am not in that equation. I'm always up front, but there's no underhandedness going on. I do not speak to Alex. And this is the problem. You know, when people are telling you people are blocked, they're moving on, they're not going to let them in anymore. This is the problem. This is what's causing all of the shit that's on the app. Because somebody's getting told one thing, somebody's getting told a different thing, and I'm just putting it out there. I don't contact anybody behind the scenes. Who I contact, everybody knows about it. So I'm just saying I ain't in that equation. But that is the problem.
I've spoken to you, Pearl. I've spoken to you. We've had this conversation. That's why I said the majority. There's one or two on here that don't do that.
Exactly.
But I think most of them do, and it's for content. And it pays.
Yeah.
To me, I'd rather keep my morals intact. If I blocked you, I fucking blocked you.
Well, exactly. And like I say, yesterday in the boxes, I don't know who let Alex in. When I went on to me backup, I don't know who let him in. But then he had his say to everybody and he was blocked out. We've agreed to move on, to do everything. That's why it was said, because there was definitely nothing happened behind the scenes. People are saying that we've done this phone call behind the scenes to squash everything. Listen, it isn't. It's just move on, do your own thing. But one thing, listen, I know, listen, I don't care either what you're saying in the comments. If I've got something to say, I'll say it. I don't care for nobody, and I'm not underhanded behind the scenes. What you say with me is what you see on screen. Blaster, you know that. I've told you all kinds. You'll never, ever, ever get. Pearl asked somebody to jump in the box. I don't know what you're on about. Anyways, mind your business. What I say on screen is what you get with me. I do nothing behind the scenes. The only thing was yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before, when I got mentioned with the Frankie situation. Frankie messaged me, I rung him back and just found out it was a load of bullshit that never happened in the first beginning. Because firstly, Alex wasn't in my life to defend Frankie on any comments that was going on. Not at all. But anyway, Frankie knows that. So, but I've just come just to take me out that equation, Blaster. If I speak to somebody, I speak to them. There's no behind the scenes with me.
You know me. If I thought it was you, I'd be telling you. It's the majority of people on here. There's one or two yous that don't do it.
No,
it's like if someone fucks you over and you've had enough, you've had enough.
Exactly.
But a lot, I still say it. There's a lot of people being played on here, and you'll carry on being played until you open your eyes up and see what's going on.
Well, like I say,
when people say they're not speaking, they are speaking. Simple as that.
And that's the problem right there. Write that sentence there. If you don't speak to somebody, don't speak to them. Don't say you're not speaking to them and then messaging them behind the scenes. And this is what's caused all of this. And that's all I'm saying. I don't do that. But anyway, Blaster, thank you for letting me up.
No problem. Take care.
Thanks, Bobby. Bye.
No problem. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Do you know, I see it from a viewer's perspective, because I'm not involved with any of the calls or anything like that. So I just see it from what I see on live. And I'll say it. Luke, you like call everyone they're the worst of the worst. They've done this, they've done that to Red, and they're the worst person in the world, but then they're in your live and they're not blocked, even though the day before you'd blocked them, or you're messaging them and you slip up when you're on your phone all the time when you're doing your FYP.
I've seen it for a while. Block this person and block that person, then you can see that other person messaging that person, and they're going, oh look, I'm just getting a message off, and you think, what the fuck? Fucking liars, and I hate fucking liars. So once you lie, my respect for you goes out the fucking window. That's it. Simple as. No need to lie, because you can guarantee the people that do support you on here would respect you more and would stay by your side if you were completely open and honest. But that's not what's happening right now.
It's like you play the viewers off against each other, because it's like EQ now is like going for Luke and Luke's going for EQ, so it's them viewers are going against the other viewers. But then I'm not saying they will or they are, but if they make up, then it's the viewers that look like idiots because they've gone at people and they're blocked from lives.
Yeah, that's why I've said time and time again, sit back, observe, don't give a penny to anyone on here until you work them out. Even if it takes weeks or months, until you work them out. Once you've worked them out and you've sat and observed them, then support your creator. And then if you get fucked over and shit on, then at least you can say, well, I thought. But at the minute, you're just all thinking, oh, I'll take this side and I'll take that side without knowing the full facts. And you should never, ever be afraid to have an opinion, ever. Mind saying that, if you come in here and I jump on you, you do. But 9 times out of 10, I read the comments wrong. You should all be able to have an opinion. But that
it's like Stace getting blocked in Luke's for saying not cool. It's just like, why? It wasn't even a bad comment. And I got blocked in Angie's for saying Blaster loves you.
Yeah, no, or something like that. Yeah. But no, it's mad, man. It's mad. The way this app's gone is absolutely mad. Absolutely wild. Alex has me blocked for an opinion. Alexa, cancel. Not today, please. Opinions and digging. Exactly, opinions and digging someone out is completely different. Everyone should be able to have an opinion. I've been on the app for 5 years. I've just seen it getting worse. At one time, if you said a slur, you were dragged for weeks and weeks. People would boycott your live. Now, if you say a slur, they're in there and supporting it. That's how much twisted this app is. It's the worst you can be on this app. The better you do. Yeah, exactly. Now they're gifted for it. I don't agree with slurs. And if you're sitting there supporting it, then you're just as bad. Yeah, mods are too gift. Thanks, Megs. Mods are too quick to mute and block. Way too quick. So if your creator or whoever you support comes on live, opens their mouth and says what they want, then they're big enough to pull the big girl's pants up and take a bit of criticism in the comments. Sorry, Angel.
That was the end of that video, so what do you want to go on to next?
Oh, can we see the one that happened in the CAs last night?
Yeah.
That one, please, because that was disgusting. That was vile. Easy cash for Cam 2, and it is. Is this? Or Luke Live, is it? Cookie Monster, what's the fuck your problem? Stop having sly... In fact, you've got 0 followers and 5 following, you sad fucking lonely cunt. And you're on a fake fucking account. I bet your fucking eye looks like it's in a fucking... like a grape going round in a fucking washing machine, for fuck's sake.
Let's be honest, it's only Luke on the fucking FYP from yesterday.
But he's like that. Coming in here going to look like... No, fucking isn't. Get the fuck out of here, Cookie fucking Monster. Nothing fucking scary about you, dickhead.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Is this Jason? It's Jason. What a surprise. He hit it by accident. Hello, Jason.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I just want to say, I am a pulse, and I don't take that word offensive, any way, shape, or fucking form.
There you go.
And
But I guess it's considered an offensive. But it's considered an offensive.
Really does take an offence because he couldn't get a man, or a woman, or a fucking pig, or a Donna to shag him. Because he's a fantasy fucker.
Oh, no! Jason, you're just as bad as yourself.
Even his own uncle wouldn't even touch him, and he was an aunt.
See that? Shame on you. Shame on you for fucking laughing. First of all, the Northeast, don't fucking claim that fucking bell end. Second of all, you want to hope we don't find out who you are because you've changed your profile picture, haven't you, Jason? Third of all, you absolute fucking wrongin'. You absolute fucking wrongin'. And for yous all to sit there, fair play to Ricochet for calling it out. Fair play. For you to sit there and fucking laugh, it shows me what you are fucking like. Shows me what you're like. No one liked it. No one liked it, and you didn't like it when a certain person came for you and your trauma. And when someone laughed on your trauma, you had a massive problem with it. You fucking laughed then. So you're just as fucking bad as that person. Just as fucking bad, if not worse. It took Ricochet to turn round and see that that's wrong. For you to even go, yeah, I think you went a bit up. Think. Nothing about fucking thinking. It was fucking wrong on every fucking level. Northeast don't claim that bloke. And yeah, I've seen you've put your profile on fucking private. But it won't always be on private. Fucking wrongin'. Ricochet played it and then called it out. He did. He did, but see, he still sat there and went, is today, Corey, is today a calm day? Are we all going wild? We're all going wild. No, I've actually been calm today. I don't think any of it was funny either. I don't think it. So when someone jumps in my box and says shit like that, I'm not going to be laughing. I'll be calling you what you've just called that person. Simple as that. Simple as that. Fucking wrong. And then you sit there and want to take the moral high ground after sitting laughing. Fucking wrong. She said she's not responsible for what people say in her boxes. Well, then she can't complain what people say in other people's boxes then, can she? Simple as that. Simple as that. And because there's a hatred towards Luke, or back and forth towards Luke, still wrong. Still wrong. Twisted. And you would have still sat there laughing if Ricochet hadn't called it out. And even then you went, yeah, I think you went a bit too far. Fuck me, Sherlock. No, you didn't. You did go too far. Nothing to do with thinking you've gone too far. You did go too far. Simple as that. So now you can't take the moral high ground, can you? Don't think I haven't seen the fucking slide dicks that you've been having either. Sorry, Angel.
Where do you want to go now? What next?
What is it? Oh, fuck me. We'll have to put the camera on for this though. That Jackie. We got
Which
it.
one?
The one where she's going for Red and Luna. Thank you.
Hang on, let me look for it.
Guys, I need a wee. I do. I need a wee. Same. You're not sitting on that. I'll have to take my. Can I go quick? Forgive us, please. Forgive us. Right. Be 1 second. Alexa, play a song in the guest room.
Sure. Here's Spotify.
Sorry. Thank you. I should, shouldn't I? I need one of them she-wees. I think I've run up the stairs about 10 times. Right, I don't know who this person thinks she is to call anyone out on their looks. I've just put, look, I use it all the time.
Do you think, yes, Patricia,
One
that
second. She
with
looks like
regards to
she's getting
hair,
the McDonald's
and I'm not just talking
drive-through.
about
Considering she's sitting there looking like someone from McDonald's drive-through, who the fuck is she to comment on anyone's fucking looks?
size, I'm not just talking about the way her
Someone
looks,
called
but
Jackie.
her brain isn't right. Is it like people go into a circus and go in to see the freak show?
Just pause it there.
Do you know what I mean?
How dare you turn around and say someone goes to a circus to see a freak show when you look like that? When you look like that? When you look like that? Who the fuck are you to turn around and say you should be in a circus so everyone can go and see you? When you look like that. That's the funniest thing about this. I take it she hasn't got a mirror. Is she a rug smuggler, is she?
Do you
I've heard
think,
quite a bit about her,
yes,
to be honest.
Patricia, that with regards to the hair, And I'm not just talking about her
Hers is
size.
fake.
I'm not just talking
Her
about the way
hair's
her
fucking
looks,
fake.
but her brain isn't right. Is it like people go into a circus and go in to see the freak show? Do you know what I mean?
Just pause it there, Angel. If I was buying tickets for a freak show, I know which freak I would go to see. You.
Do you think, yes, Patricia,
You. I'd pay all day, every day to see a freak like you. She is trying to get a platform. She is trying to get a platform, and that's why she's targeting the likes of Red, Annette, and everybody else. This is the only response she'll get out of me.
This is the next one.
narrative on this app? You've made yourself out to be the moral compass. And
Angel,
people are
just
now
pause it there, please.
seeing...
Jackie, what have you made yourself out to be on here? What have you made yourself out to be on here? Because I can go there. I can go there. Just like that. What have you made yourself out to be on here? Babe?
To your... Oh, cake lady, you're good. Exactly, Blazer. Oh, she's having a good cry because screen recorders. Lorraine, good choice. Okay. Problem is with Miss Red is that she is your classic hypocrite. Okay, so she makes herself out to be the social, the moral compass of what this app is. What is okay and what is not okay.
Just pause it there, Angel, please. Jackie, what do you make yourself out to be? Do I have to spit it out? What do you make yourself out to be? I hope someone's screen recording this and sends her it, because I'd love to know her answer. What are you trying to make yourself out to be, which you're not? Because I'll go down that road. Sorry, not you, Jackie. Sorry. As for screen recorders, what page have you tried to shut down, Jackie?
More and more, her hypocrisy is being seen. Now, but the thing is, Blue, is that she has her screen recorders. Okay? She has her screen
that,
recorders.
please, Angel?
The people's...
Someone says Luca's trying to get you bound. You know what? Fuck off. Couldn't give a fuck. Get me banned. Does it look like I'm fucking bothered? No, because my life doesn't revolve around a fucking app. You twisty fucker. Fuck off. Sorry, Angel.
Liz, it's worse. Stick with me. You're going to have to see a doctor. Okay? But her
Angel, pause it there.
hypocrisy...
Stick with me and you'll have to see a doctor. Someone sticks with you, they'd have to see more than a fucking doctor. Trust me on that. They'd be in therapy for fucking years and years. Exactly, shrink. Don't stick with
She
that.
has her screen recorders, and they've been given a job to go out. Thank you, Kiki, for the follow. They have been given a job, which is to go out and to find the content. However, her other screen recorders, who have pulled her up, this TikTok obsessed with Alpha Bar. Are my name already taken? And who the fuck are you?
Come on.
How long have you been here?
First of all, she looks like she's gone to a joke shop and bought one of them specs and that one of them fake noses sitting there, like something out of the Dinner Ladies programme. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? You're the one that's going around trying to silence screen recorders, so shut the fuck up, bitch.
Thank you, Amy. Yeah, it's about time. She's done this for far too long. She's done this for far too long, manipulated and controlled. It all comes out every now and then about their private little phone call. Hi, Pink Menace, how you doing, love? But it all comes out about these private phone calls that they have between each other when they're not live. And they have their little, I'm good, thank you, Pink Menace. And they're doing these things, getting the scripts ready, getting the news together. Send it to me, Blue, I'll cover it tomorrow. And the thing is that it's catching up with Miss Red now. I think that 2020...
It's catching up with you, Jackie. It's catching up with you. Back off the people that don't even fucking know you on ya. Just because your nose is that big and you're trying to get into everyone's fucking business. Back the fuck off screen recorders as well, because I allow everything I fucking know about you. Comprende, bitch?
6 is we're watching the end of certain people on this app that have taken it over. We're seeing the end of CLA, we're seeing the end of Orion, and I think we're seeing the end of Miss Red.
Just pause it there, Angel.
Because enough's enough now.
You'll never see the end of Miss Red. You'll never see the end of Miss Red. Wishful thinking on your behalf, though, isn't it? Because if you could, you'd dye your hair red, you'd sit on a stool, and you'd try and copy her. You'll never, ever be anything like her. Ever. So it's not the end of her. It's not the end of Miss Red. Now, I'll just repeat myself. If I was going to buy tickets for a freak show, I'd buy yours, you freak.
Oh. Do you know something, Louise? I'll be serious with you now. Obviously, everybody knows I don't like Miss Red. But whenever, well...
No shit.
With regards to Luke,
I wonder what gives everybody that idea.
He seems to have been okay. But what I don't like with regards to the majority of these big hitters is the doxing, it's the threats.
Oh, let's stop it there, Angel,
Right.
please. The doxing and the threats. Who you been threatening, Jackie? Who have you been threatening? Who you been threatening, Jackie? She chats wham. Utter rubbish. In fact, I'm surprised she can even get her words out. She speaks like she's got a mouthful of fucking marbles. In fact, she speaks like her tongue's too fat for her fucking mouth.
It's the doxing and the threats and the name calling. Does my head in. He seems to be okay, Kiki. I don't know. Yeah, Hayley. But what about me? Should I be demanding gifts, Hayley? I deserve gifts. So Pink Menace, Luke has been vile to you, Pink Menace. I am very grateful for every gift.
Jackie's so desperate. Jackie's so desperate. I was going to say something, but I know different. So desperate for Luke or Red to speak on her. So she has a bit of content and a bit of back and forth. I'll give you a back and forth, Jackie. I'll out everything about you. I'll give you a back and forth. I'll out everything about you. All your lies. All your lies. Keep going. Sorry, Angel.
It's the end of the video now.
Is it?
Yeah.
The only freak around here, Jackie, is you. Is you. But some people don't see it yet. So I'll give you a warning. Keep going and allow all the lies about you. All the lies about you that you've told, you freak of fucking nature. Don't go in on anyone's looks when you fucking look like that. Well, everyone, on that note, I think I'll go off. Never seen her, you don't want to see her either, to be honest. Even McDonald's wouldn't even fucking take her in that. So, no. I think Luke and Red don't clap back to her for that reason, but I'll clap back to the bitch. So I'm going to jump off, everyone. I'm going to love and leave you for now, because I do have things to do. And I'm sorry I can't stay on much longer. And everyone have an amazing day. I might try and pop on later, depends if I get a few things done. So much love and thank you so much, everyone. And thank you, Angel. Thank you to all my mods as well. Love and appreciate each and every single one of you, because I know it's hard to try and keep up with each other.
Thank you, everyone.
And Bambi, love you too. So thank you, everyone. I'm going to jump off. Catch us all later. Much love for now. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.